Jadual harian Hana selalu sibuk. Jadi, saya kekal sihat dengan Vida C. Dengan vitamin C yang cukup setiap hari, tiada apa pun yang boleh menghalangi saya. Minumlah Vida C, perlindungan sistem imun anda.
Good evening, I'm Prasad Michael, and this is Kini News. Anwar Ibrahim remains confident with his ability to do maths. Today he said even with the two PKR MPs defecting to support PN, Muhyiddin's numbers still don't add up. PKR may have lost two MPs to Perikatan Nasional, but party president Anwar Ibrahim said Prime Minister Muhyiddin Yassin's government still does not have the numbers to command a majority in Dewan Rakyat. According to Anwar, the opposition still has the numbers. Speaking to reporters in Port Dickson, which happens to be his parliamentary constituency, Anwar said even with two MPs defecting, PN has far smaller numbers compared to the opposition.
Dengan dua yang lompat, dia masih minoriti. Saya nak tekankan, jangan orang salah faham. Dia masih minoriti, jauh jumlahnya kecil daripada kita.
On Sunday, Julau MP Larry Sung and Tebrau MP Stephen Chong became the latest MPs to abandon PKR to declare their support for PN. Last December, PN passed Budget 2021 with 111 votes, a simple majority of the 220 MPs currently in Dewan Rakyat. However, it is unclear if other UMNO lawmakers, especially those aligned to party president Ahmad Zahid Hamidi, would still back the loose coalition if Parliament reconvenes. Zahid, Pekan MP Najib Abdul Razak and Pontian MP Ahmad Mazlan have had their MP allocations slashed. However, Malaysia Kini learned that Muhyiddin Yassin's allies are still actively recruiting MPs from the opposition, and more may be made public soon. Anwar claimed that agencies such as MACC and the Inland Revenue Board were being used as threats against opposition MPs in order to get them to defect. If you've ever wondered if cops need a warrant to raid your home, you may want to pay attention to this next story. Activist Jufazli Shi Ahmad's home was raided recently, and in a viral video of the incident, the raiding team was asked to produce a search warrant and an arrest warrant. However, according to Selangor Acting Police Chief Arjunaidi Muhammad, the raid was done according to the law. In a statement issued last night, Arjunaidi explained that the raid without a warrant conducted by the team was based on the legal provision provided under Section 248 of the Communications and Multimedia Act. Section 504 of the Penal Code and Section 233 of the CMA are on non-seizable offences and provide for a punishment of less than 3 years imprisonment upon conviction. However, Section 248 of the CMA authorises a police officer not below the rank of inspector to conduct a raid without a warrant. With this, Arjunaidi advised members of the public not to be influenced or make undue speculations surrounding this case, as this could cause mass confusion. Jamal Yunus is a man of many talents, especially when it comes to his creative protests. But today, we got to see a different side of him, a relatively apologetic Jamal. Sungai Besar UMNO Chief Jamal Mat Yunus said today that his public apology to former Minister Yeo Bee Yin as part of a settlement in a defamation suit against him isn't a sign of defeat.
Jadi minta maaf itu tak mestinya bersalah. Bagi saya minta maaf itu untuk menyelesaikan daripada kes ini berbicara dan berpanjangan.
Earlier this morning, the defendant read out the apology from a prepared statement at the lobby of the Kuala Lumpur Court Complex.
Bahawa Yeo Bee Yin seorang yang jujur dan tulus dalam menguruskan wang skim mesra usia emas. Saya ingin memohon maaf kepada YB Yeo Bee Yin di atas kesilapan saya. Saya minta maaf kepada Yeo Bee Yin. Jadi ini adalah perkataan yang saya lafazkan untuk memperbetulkan kesilapan yang telah berlaku 4 tahun yang lepas.
In 2017, the former Energy, Science, Technology, Environment and Climate Change Minister filed a suit against Jamal over allegations of abuse of funds from the Yayasan Warisan Anak Selangor. High Court Judge Rohana Ali Yusof recorded the settlement between parties as conveyed by their lawyers. Earlier, Jamal admitted that he had defamed Yeo, describing her as honest and transparent in the management of the funds. According to a copy of the consent judgment between both parties, the terms of the settlement involved Jamal reading out the apology to Yo before media representatives. The terms include an agreement that Jamal would not further speak, write or publish the defamatory words, and with no order as to costs. It does not include requiring the defendant to pay any monetary compensation to the plaintiff. Have you been waiting all your life to join MCA, but you're not Chinese? Well, now you can finally do it. The Malaysian Chinese Association, MCA, will finally be accepting non-Chinese Malaysians as associate members. This comes after the Registrar of Societies approved changes to MCA's constitution, which the party decided on in 2019, a year after its worst election performance ever, which saw only one MCA candidate win a parliament seat. In a statement yesterday, MCA Secretary General Wong Sin Chun said all amendments are effective immediately, including an amendment that the party elections be held 6 months after a general election or 36 months after the last election, whichever is later. Based on previous comments, MCA associate members will have no right to vote in a meeting or assembly. This would be similar to the associate memberships offered by Bersatu and PAS for non-Bumiputra and non-Muslims respectively. Associate members for both parties don't have voting rights. MCA's position as a dominant figure in Malaysian politics has been declining since 2008, losing much of its public support to DAP, a multiracial party. Good news for people in MCO states, it will end in a couple of days.
The Movement's Control Order MCO will not be extended in Selangor, Kuala Lumpur, Johor and Penang, as it will be placed under Conditional Movement Control Order CMCO beginning March 5th. Meanwhile, Melaka, Pahang, Terengganu, Sabah, Putrajaya and Labuan, which are currently under CMCO, will be placed under the Recovery Movement's Control Order or RMCO. Other states will remain under CMCO except for Perlis, which has under RMCO. Inter-district travel will also be allowed in the states except for Sabah, which interstate travel remain restricted. The interstate district travel ban in Sabah will continue for another 2 weeks at the request of the state government.
Kita faham Sabah merupakan negeri yang amat besar, wilayah yang amat besar. Satu daerah mereka pun sebenarnya lebih besar daripada kebanyakan negeri di Semenanjung. Kalau daerah Kinabatangan, ianya sebesar negeri Pahang. Sama dengan rentas negeri juga kalau rentas daerah di Sabah.
I'm a working mother and also a pharmacist. What I do on a daily basis here is to see the patients together with the consultants and the nurses and advise them regarding their medication, the dosages, as well as whether it's suitable for the patient.
I'm a dietitian. I'm responsible to ensure patient food intake, nutrition adequacy and focus on medical nutrition therapy in the hospital.
As in charge of the ward, I have to ensure the staffing plan. I have to involve myself during the doctor's round and anticipate in patient's care plan as well.
To be honest, I don't really pay attention to my vitamin C supplementation, but I try to get it as much as possible from the food.
To be honest, I don't really pay attention to any supplement.
Honestly, I don't. I only take it when I start to have flu.
I tried this product. The taste is not that sweet. It's refreshing.
I have tried Vida Vitamin C. It is not too sweet and I like it.
I like it. The taste is very refreshing. The lemon taste, I think it's the new for on the go lifestyle. You should try.
And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to KiniTV.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube and Facebook for the latest news updates. I'm Prasad Michael. I'll be back with more tomorrow.